What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Bodark Kiko's. This is Josh. I want to show you guys my creep feeder. I got it set up. I got it out. I'm going to set it up that away so the baby goats can come in here and eat like a buffet 24/7. I got feed out here all the time for them. It takes just a little bit of time for them to get started on pellets, but once they get started, they're going to have it all the time. The creep feeder I got, it come from Northeast Gate Company. I'll get back here and show you. It's a 150-pound creep feeder. It can be out in the weather. It's got adjustable gates. There's a arm that you can raise up and down for the height. You can take the adjustable gates in and out. I got it set up right now for these babies. The yearlings, they can't get in there. So let's take a look at it. Alright, so you can see how it's set up, and I got these right here are adjustable. I can spread them out further apart. I've got it set up now where the babies can go in there, and then this you can raise it up and down so you can adjust the height of it. And then inside you can see back in here, it'll show it. Got a trough inside there. There's a trough in there. The feed comes down and gets in that trough. You can see where the baby goats can get in there and eat. Here's how you adjust these. Alright, so right here is where you put the feed in. It's got a lid and it's got a trough system. It holds 150 pounds of feed, and the feed just kind of gradually falls down and falls into the trough. Let me show you that. Alright, that's how simple it is. You put feed in it, stay out in the weather. It gives these baby kid goats, when they start learning how to eat pellets, they'll go in there and access the food 24/7. And let's fill it up now. I'll show you filling it up. Alright, got our feed. Open the lid. Y'all see that yearling? She's trying to get in there and she can't. She's too big. So that prevents her from going in there and eating all the food all the time, to where you can put the baby goats in there and they can get in there and eat. This right here is one of my favorite ones, a little New Zealand Dolan. She's pretty. I'm gonna show you. I'll put her in there, and these baby goats are curious. They'll all learn to go in there and they'll be able to go in there and eat. But I'll show you how they go in and out. Alright, so I got it filled up. Everything good to go. The baby goats will figure out where this is and what's in there, and they'll start using this to get their feed. Plus they'll be getting it from their mom, the milk, and then they'll be out grazing on the winter pastures we have and the hay. So I want these goats to have the best, and if me starting them early and giving them that creep feed and building them up, building that body up, building that weight up, hey, why not give them the best? It's going to benefit them. Yes, I have pastures for them to graze, but I'm going to creep feed them and give them the best opportunity I can. So that's why I bought it last year, invested in it. It worked out really good, and this year I got it set up, got it ready to go, and I've got a great group of kids, and I want them to be the best they can be. All right, I had a question asked about can I explain the difference in New Zealand's purebreds, registered or not, and just about a regular Kiko. So I was going to go over that. So New Zealand Kikos, they were brought into the U.S. in 1992 from New Zealand. They were developed from a feral goat. Their ancestors, when they brought them Kikos in, they ever since that point on in 1992, New Zealand ties back to the original imports into the United States. So you also have a purebred Kiko. A purebred Kiko can be from a purebred buck or a New Zealand Kiko buck, and you can breed it up. The first cross is 50%, the second cross is 75%, third cross would be 88%, the fourth cross is 94%, 94% qualifies as a purebred. So you would have a purebred Kiko goat at the fourth cross, and it can only be registered as high as a purebred. If you use New Zealand bucks, they'll only be purebreds. So you can register the Dolans and breed your program up and go from there and have a purebred registered herd. I have several purebreds, and I have about half and half. I have about half New Zealand and half purebreds. So that's kind of how, when I talk about a purebred, that's kind of where they come from. And then I talk about my commercials. So all of my commercials are all Kikos. They just do not have any registration, no papers. There is no lineage to go back to their ancestors. So there could be a possibility that I would have some kids that are 100% that are purebred, but I don't register them. I just sell them as commercial. Maybe they don't meet my criteria for a goat to leave my farm, but there will be some that are registered. And like I said, I start my price ranges a little different. Commercials start at a certain point, then I go up to purebred and then New Zealand. And then as far as the bucks go, I'm only going to keep a select few. We're going to weigh them. We're going to get their average daily gains, and we're going to see how they progress. And if they make really good, could possibly make really good herd sires, we're going to keep them, and we're going to offer a select few. I intend on putting some of the bucks in a buck test to see how they do against other farms. And I'll talk about that in another video. But I had that question from a subscriber, and I've had that question asked a few times, and I kind of just wanted to go over that and explain that. But Kikos, they're a meat goat. That's what they're raised for, is to be eaten. Some of the stock that we have will be, breeding stock, but when we have a batch of buck kids, and say, just for instance, we have 50 kids, we might only keep 5 or 6 of them bucks that are the top performing bucks in that group, and evaluate them and see how they grow off, and then we'll offer them for sale. The rest will just go straight to the meat market, and that's kind of the way we build our herd up. All right, so I got a few more chores to do around here. You can see my hay bale feeder is empty. I'm going to fill it up. We got some bad weather coming today. I got a t-shirt on. It's in the high 70s, but they're expecting some rain. Of course, my mud is just now drying up, but they're expecting rain this week, and possibly a chance of ice and snow. Maybe, I doubt it, but it's in the forecast, so we'll see. But I want to go out and get some hay and put that out and get ready for this week, and I'll show you guys doing that. All right, guys, got my creep feeder set out. Got some creep feed in it. Got a new bell put out. You can see I got that set up with my little collapsible bell feeder. So I'm ready for the more bad weather that's coming. But appreciate you guys coming along with me. Appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate you subscribing. Appreciate you guys liking the video. And as always, we'll catch you on the next one.